loathing or self-hatred, suddenly getting their affairs in order, saying goodbye to loved ones, withdrawing from others, and self-destructive behavior. Talking to a friend or family member about their suicidal thoughts and feelings can be extremely difficult for anyone. If you are unsure whether or not someone is suicidal, the best way to find out is to simply ask. Giving a suicidal person the opportunity to express their feelings can provide relief from loneliness, pent-up negative feelings, and perhaps prevent an attempted suicide. You can start the conversation with statements like, "I've been feeling concerned about you lately. I've noticed some differences in you and wondered how you're doing today." If they confide in you and they are suicidal, respond quickly by telling them you care and get them the help that is needed. Help is always available at the Crisis Center, the Department of Social Services, BASH, Sandlands Rehabilitation Center, and the National Hotline for 24-Hour Crisis. Find someone that you can trust to talk to about your feelings and get the support and help that is needed. I am Inspector Mikal Pinder, reassuring you that your mental health matters. You are not alone. Get the help that is needed today.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
And I'm Jay Philippe.
Thanks so much for watching. Here's a live look at the Bahamas tonight.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
First at 11. The new school year has begun as teachers and administrators greeted thousands of students returning to their classrooms today. Find out how the return fared from officials. Also, while the Educators Managerial Union returned to their respective classrooms in public schools, the Union of Tertiary Educators of the Bahamas over at the University of the Bahamas expressed its concerns with a demonstration today. And power restored over in Andros, notwithstanding a fire that tore through BPL's Fresh Creek plant. Tonight, officials advise what residents can expect going forward. The Bahamas tonight at 11 starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. It was back to school today for thousands of the nation's children. School reopened with high hopes for an exciting, productive, and safe year ahead. Corville Pyfrom leads us off at 11 as officials this morning visited a number of schools here in the capital.
It wasn't just students looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this back-to-school day, but officials equally excited about getting the new school year off and running as well.
I see this as a season of renewed hope in our country. These are our most valuable resources. They are the ones who are going to move from throughout our schools and become the movers and shakers of the Bahamas.
Education Minister Glenys Hannah Martin was up bright and early Monday morning as she visited a number of schools here on New Providence. Anatole Rogers High School, which welcomed its 7th graders, Eva Hilton Primary School, and D.W. Davis Junior High School, where the red carpet was rolled out for 7th graders and other new students. Minister Hannah Martin has high hopes for the year ahead.
I'm very excited about this new school year. We have a lot of initiatives rolling out, and I am prayerful more than anything else that the God's hand of protection will be over all of these children and the educators on these campuses that will allow them to do what is necessary to prepare them for the next day in this country.
A priority this school year, as in any other, is ensuring campuses are secured and those on them are safe. Assistant Commissioner of Police Dr. Jaswell Hanna oversees the RBPF school safety program.
Going to be more stringent protocols in terms of accessing campus, and we're going to work along with school security officers, Ministry of Education. There's also another layer of safety that deals with the school crossing guards coming out of the Ministry of Transport. So they're going to be crossing guards, and they're going to be working along with the SRO. So we have any number of layers of safety to keep our students safe.
Most schools are phasing students in and expect to be at full capacity by midweek. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corville Pyfrom.
Thanks so much, Corvell. Today's start of a new school year has encountered some challenges, and that includes administrative shortages on a number of family islands, mainly Exuma and Eleuthera. Education Director Dominique McCartney-Russell outlined the details to our news team this morning.
One of the issues we had this year was staff shortage in terms of processing the data, and as a result of that, we are presently at the commission interviewing. The goal is by the end of this week to have some of those positions filled, and we will do that until we are completed.
Education officials are also concerned about retaining teachers on the family islands. Current policy allows for teachers to receive rental assistance for up to 3 years, with a possible extension before then having to cover living expenses independently. The education director contends the current policy is under review and the ministry is exploring ways to further aid teachers.
We have been advised by finance to see how we could go back to the cottages. You know, we used to build cottages and have them maintained, and so that may be the way forward, where we build these cottages on our family islands so that, you know, of course we'll have private maintenance, but we need to go that route because the rent keeps going up every year. We have the request from teachers for an increase because their potential landlord has asked for it to be increased.
Meantime, today, not only marking the return of students on school campuses, but the promised return of Bahamas Educators Managerial Union members. Daniel Dean has this update tonight.
The past week consisted of multiple meetings, press conferences, and negotiations that have now proved successful for members of the Bahamas Educators Managerial Union. Up until recent days, the reality that the 480 administrators, teachers, and additional school staff of BMU, led by Stephen McPhee, weren't going to be on school campuses Monday still existed.
We can report that today every member of BMU, school-based administrators and otherwise, are present on their jobs where possible, and those who are not, no fault of their own.
McPhee says the staff are on campuses due to an agreement with the Ministry of Education that there will be payment of outstanding allowances and due to the long-awaited geographical assignments to the family islands. He added the employer assured him that there was a meeting with finance.
Some of the payments were made last week, and so we expect that those payments would continue for the clothing allowance, but the geographical, to our knowledge, only 2 members of the 11 received geographical, and even in those instances, it was not in accordance with the industrial agreement.
But as for members like Cleveland Ania's senior mistress, Kimberly Spence, they're grateful to be back in school.
I know the other administrators can echo the same sentiments. We are elated to be back to school. We are excited. The teachers are excited. The kids are excited.
Principal of the school, Avenel Newbold-Smith, went on to echo the same sentiments.
We have 6 members of staff who are a part of BMU at this time. All of our administrators are here. I'm the principal. I am here, and we are ready and excited to work.
Zadanas will continue to provide updates from the union. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Thanks for the update, Danielle. Well, as one union irons out its issues, another sought to get its grievances heard by the powers that be. With placards in hand, members of the Union of Tertiary Educators of the Bahamas staged a peaceful demonstration this morning. President Dalian Thompson lists some of the issues still on the table.
This morning, I spoke directly with President Blaine. He is committed to meeting with UTAB again today at 1:30 p.m. At that meeting, we expect, 1, that all letters and communications due to faculty members will be issued immediately. 2, any outstanding matters that require additional discussion will be resolved today. 3, that broader faculty concerns, including teaching overload and the designation of secondary instructors, will be actively addressed. Let me be clear. If these commitments are not fulfilled by the end of today, UTAB will return here tomorrow at 10 a.m. to continue our demonstration.
Meanwhile, the Board of Directors and Management of the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute hitting back quickly, categorically denying those claims, holding firm that it upholds the principles of fairness, transparency, and due process in all employment matters. Further, it called on the unions to engage in fair and open dialogue at the bargaining table. Still to come, the U.S. Embassy has a new home. You're watching the Bahamas tonight at 11. More news in just a moment.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. Your life just took a dark turn. I regret to inform you that I have devised the meal of misfortune with Wendy's. It's pure torture for your taste buds, with 4 nightmarish dips of dread. Don't waste my time asking which ones you'll get. You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the anguish.
Welcome back. Andros powered up tonight, and residents there can thank Bahamas Power and Light workers mobilizing quickly to restore electricity just hours after a fire ripped through BPL's Fresh Creek plant early Sunday morning. As we hear in this next report from Altivis Munnings, the Energy Minister and Bahamas Power and Light executives were on the ground in the big yard today, viewing the damage and restoration efforts.
It was kind of erotic from the guys who would have put themselves in harm's way in order to make sure that we saved the station, which was the most important thing at that moment.
BPL's North and Central Andros generator foreman Willard Oliver praising the immediate action taken by his colleagues in fighting that blaze that burned the power provider's Fresh Creek plant early Sunday morning. BPL's North and Central Andros manager Wade Turnquest echoed similar sentiments.
As soon as everybody knew there's a fire, all the staff got here in record time and started to work.
BPL's Andros team were a part of the contingent led by Energy and Transport Minister, the Honorable JoBeth Colby Davis, that assessed the fire damage on Monday. After receiving an initial update from Northern Family Island Regional Manager Marvin Green, the power executives got a better understanding of how the fire started in the power trailer that supplies Fresh Creek and credited the quick response from BPL's Andros team.
There was some damage to our transformer bay, which is why there were some residents that were without power. However, the team worked all day yesterday to restore power up as far as Cargill Creek. So the residents of Bearing Point did sleep off last night, but the team is on the ground again this morning working to improve the voltage conditions because we're supplying the entire island now from the Nicholstown Power Station.
The good news is power has been fully restored to Central Andros in less than 24 hours. And according to Minister Colby Davis, it solidifies the government's new energy reform plan.
And we had already secured some generation to come to the island within a matter of weeks. However, with the fire, we are sourcing rental units, which we have already sourced, and they will be here by this evening, weather permitting, or in the morning. And that will assist us in continuing to provide the power, the demand that is from the island, but also to ensure we give that reliability that our consumers deserve and need.
It's been less than 24 hours, and we're about 90% restored with power, and we're just grateful that it got back on so soon, so fast, and we're looking forward to full completion.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altivis Munnings.
Good news for those residents. Thanks, Altivis. The United States Embassy Nassau has resumed business at its new Shirley Street location at number 235 Shirley Street. Chargé d'Affaires Kimberly Furnish officially decommissioned the former embassy location and moved operations to new Shirley Street this morning. The $227 million embassy compound, which broke ground in 2019, represents a significant investment by the United States government in the future of bilateral relations between the United States and the Bahamas. The 5-acre site hosts the U.S. mission to the Bahamas, including officials officials from the Departments of State, Justice, Defense, Homeland Security, and Treasury. The new facility will provide nearly 15,000 square feet of working space for embassy staff, more than tripling the space available at the Queen Street facility. Six years and the wounds still cut deeply from Hurricane Dorian, a dark chapter in the country's history marked by loss, destruction, and significant economic hardship, some of which is still being felt today. Desmond Saunders has this recap.
Memories linger, and the thousands of Grand Bahama and Abaco residents directly impacted by the ravages of 2019 Hurricane Dorian know this all too well, particularly the profound mental and emotional trauma the monster storm left behind. In a statement commemorating Dorian's 6th anniversary, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis honored the memory of every soul lost. An official count pegs that number at 74, while holding their families in prayer. Standing with them, Abaco MPs John Pinder and Kirk Cornish, who in a joint release acknowledged the weight of the loss these families continue to carry. Yet in remembering, they too recognize the extraordinary courage shown in the face of despair, a spirit of solidarity that carried each and every Abaconian through the darkest hours. For those who endured the torture and tears, Dorian is an ever-present reminder of how fragile life can be, and one draws strength from another. The members of Parliament have recommitted themselves to honoring all those who died and have offered prayers for their families and a pledge to continue walking alongside them as they rebuild. Meantime, the Prime Minister has announced that on Tuesday at 9:30 a.m., all government agencies across the country will pause for a moment of silence and prayer. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Desmond. Well, while kids of the nation head to school, here's a great story of a Bahamian young lady who stole the hearts of international judges to receive an international crown and title. Vaughn Albury fills us in.
Our new teen international world. From the Bahamas.
17-year-old Tenaria Store, Miss Bahamas top model, and Miss Teen International World of Bahamas stole the hearts of judges Sunday night in Fort Lauderdale to win the Miss Teen International World title. The Exuma resident was overjoyed, but maintains she was confident since arriving Wednesday in the United States to compete.
I am excited. I'm so proud of myself that I came this far and I did great in the competition. I know I was coming with a plan. I know I was coming to bring it back home, so I did exactly that. I want to say thank you to my amazing committee, my amazing family and friends, especially my mommy and my dad, Miss Mona, Mr. Clint, Miss Tia, Mr. Gerard, everybody. We're on the map for pageantry.
Sunday's pageant at the Hilton Marina Convention Center crowned several categories of winners, including Miss International World. But all eyes were on the Bahamian teen beauty, who appeared a front-runner throughout the three-day competition in swimsuit, judges' interview, national costume, and evening gown. The aspiring lawyer was supported by many Bahamians, including the reigning Miss Universe Bahamas, Malik Bow.
I thought she did a spectacular job. There was no denying that she was being crowned tonight. Tenaria went up there, she killed it, she gave personality, she gave the judges exactly what I felt they were looking for, and she gave us so much more. So I'm so incredibly proud of her, and I know she will have a very great reign.
The new Queen's activities include opportunities to walk in New York's Fashion Week, billboards in Times Square. Miss Store represented San Salvador in April in the Miss Teen Universe Bahamas pageant, where she was crowned top model, and later received the title of Miss Teen International World of Bahamas after the Bahamas pageant's organization secured a new franchise. Franchise owner Tia Thompson is elated that in the first year of having the international franchise, they secured a win for the 242. For the Bahamas Tonight, I am Vaughn Albury.
Thanks so much, Vaughn, and certainly congratulations. Michelle Knowles has a look at what's coming up in sports tonight. Michelle?
And the fourth edition of the Chinese Dragon Boat Festival taking place this weekend over at Dillon's Bay. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
got termites and need to get rid of them fast, trust Rent-A-Kill Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rent-A-Kill Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rent-A-Kill Initial.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. Your life just took a dark turn. I regret to inform you that I have devised the meal of misfortune with Wendy's. It's pure torture for your taste buds, with 4 nightmarish dips of dread. Don't waste my time asking which ones you'll get. You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the anguish.
Welcome to your Monday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. It's quickly becoming a staple in the local sporting calendar. The 4th edition of the Bahamas Chinese Dragon Boat Association's Dragon Boat Festival taking place this weekend over at Goodman's Bay, featuring several local and international teams. Dozens of participants across several divisions, with the teams battling for bragging rights in events ranging from the 200 meters to 500 meters.
It's been amazing here in Bahamas. I came out last year and we had about 20, 25 teams, and they got a taste of what racing was like. This year we stepped up the ante. We're not just racing, we're having fun with some more higher caliber teams. We've actually come out a week early to actually train the paddlers at a higher level, and it's been showcased this weekend.
Oh, it's been incredible. Really well organized event, right from the point. When we entered the country, we were met at the team by the ministry, and the hotel has been incredible. And Breezes has done so much to facilitate us, so we're really been a good experience so far.
It's something that we would speak with the Bahamian Federation president about, Dr. Chen, and to see how best we can continue to participate. It's a bit of a challenge for us, traveling and with the Forex, but most definitely, because our waters are so similar, our cultures are more or less similar, it's a nice blend and a nice trade-off. So I guess after this event, we will meet, we will discuss, and then we would see how best we could probably do it again next year or probably the day after.
As for the results, the High Tide women's team were the first place finishers in the women's 200-meter final, winning in 1:14.34, and the King Tide men's team claimed victory in the major mixed 200-meter final with a time of 1:06.18. The Sand Dragons finished a distant second, clocking 1:08.48, and the Jamaican team had to settle for third, crossing the finish line in 1:10.80. The Bahamas Pickleball Federation doing its part to help integrate the sport into the community. This weekend holding a clinic over at the Blue Hill Sporting Complex. Coach and player Philip Major tells us more about the initiative.
First, few things. Well, so we're here on this hot Saturday morning. Firstly, to introduce pickleball to the community. It's a growing sport, and I feel for sure, and we all could say the same, that it's something that's worth us as a country being a part of and staying up with the times. So it's good that we come together and share what pickleball has to offer and how fun it is. And also, here at our home in Blue Hill Sporting Complex, just letting the community know that, we're looking to have our own courts as we do already, and looking to enhance it and make it better.
We got up with a few first-time players as well.
Oh, it's brand new, so I played a couple times just for fun. So I'd come out and do a clinic and get to know the rules so I can play a little bit better.
My son actually introduced me to pickleball. They were both involved in tennis, and then they became involved in pickleball, and I I play tennis as well, and when I saw how pickleball was being played, I said, oh, this Nelly playing like you playing tennis. So I was excited. So I got on the court and I started playing, and then I joined the association. So that's how come I was invited out here today.
In the MLB, Bahamian baseball superstar Jazz Chisholm Jr. approaching a very historic mark. The Yankees' second baseman is slugging and running his way towards a potential 30-30 season. For now, Chisholm has secured a season with 26 home runs and 25 steals after swiping another bag this weekend, making him the 6th player in Yankees history to achieve a 25-25 season. Now, there have only been 72 30-30 seasons in the history of the game, 3 of them by Yankees, giving Chisholm a chance to join very select company over the final month of the season. Now, this all despite missing the entire month of May with an oblique strain, then going from June 11th to July 29th with only 2 stolen base attempts, neither of which were successful. Let's look at your sports on this Monday. Until tomorrow, I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting TingsyBahamas.com.
Welcome to the Intra-African Trade Fair 2025, the gateway to abundant opportunity, the platform for more, access to a continent with more makers and creators, more technology and manufacturing capabilities, more innovators and collaborators, more information and knowledge, a continent of opportunities for business in more markets and resources that accelerate progress and create space for more infrastructure, connectivity and networking, more creativity, production, and more deals for the people. Afrexim Bank, in collaboration with the African Union Commission and the AFCFTA Secretariat, brings you the 4th Intra-African Trade Fair, hosted by the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria. Over 2,000 exhibitors, 35,000 plus attendees, 140 plus countries, $44 billion in trade and investment opportunities. Register now and enter the gateway to new opportunities.
Back to school season is here, and we want to see those fits. Parents, show off your little one's fresh first day looks. And students, yes, you can flex your own drip too. Just snap it, send it, and shine on TV. Text your best back to school photo to 242-422-6827 for a chance to be featured on What's Trending. And thanks to BTC, 2 lucky winners will score a brand new BTC cell phone and a BTC swagged out backpack stuffed with official BTC paraphernalia. It's all going down September 1st through the 4th at 6 p.m. only on What's Trending. BTC, bringing the vibes to the classroom.
Well, it's time for your final weather check of the evening with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Royston. As we approach the middle of the tropical cyclone season, we have an area of showers and thunderstorms just off the African coast associated with a tropical wave. Those showers have become better organized over the last 24 hours, and hence we're giving this system a 60% chance of development over the next couple of days, so we'll keep our eyes on it very, very closely. As a matter of fact, by Thursday of this week, we could possibly see a tropical depression, possibly a tropical storm forming as it continues to trek towards the west, meaning we'll have to keep our eyes on this system very, very closely over the next several of days. And our satellite picture showing that stall-out front that was once across the Florida Peninsula has now sank across the northwest Bahamas and now making its way into the central parts of our country, generating pockets of showers and thunderstorms. But it will begin lifting back towards the north, and that will keep that wet weather pattern in place for the balance of this week. Temperatures around the islands, Marshall, Babaco at 83 degrees, also Green Turtle Key, 83 degrees, another 83 Showing up in Freeport, Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands at 84, Allenstown, Bimini 85, 82 in Harbor Island, Rock Sound, Eleuthera 84 degrees, 83 in Otterstown, Cat Island, Black Point, Exuma 85 also in Camp Space on Andros, Fresh Creek, Central Andros 82 degrees, and we do have some heavy cloud cover, some showers taking place there as well. 83 again in San Salvador and Rum Key. Georgetown, Exuma, 81 degrees with showers and some thunderstorms in the vicinity as well. Ragged Island, Clownstown, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy, Bay McGuana, and Acklands, all at 84 degrees, 85 degrees in Matchitown, Unagua, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 87 degrees. And your forecast tonight, we're looking at cloudy and warm with a couple of thunderstorms, especially early, which we had some of that already. The low temperature getting down to 79 degrees. And tomorrow it's going to be another cloudy day with showers. Some of those showers are going to be locally heavy at times, which will result in localized flooding in those low-lying areas. High temperature tomorrow, 91 degrees, and your extended weather forecast looking like this. We're going to have the heavy cloud covers for the next several days, taking us right into Friday with scattered showers and thunderstorms in the mixed temperatures, generally below the 90-degree mark as we head into Friday. Saturday, we dip again, and then we'll start to get some more showers working its way back into the forecast as of Monday. But until then, we're going to have some gray skies for the greater part of this week. Bryson.
Thanks so much, Basil. Well, that's going to do it for the Bahamas tonight at 11. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. A special thank you to chefs Desiree and Javargo, and a very special good night.
Tonic Williams Darling Highway, I'm Tijaro Hudson. This is ZNS.